he gets excited. You know, he has a lot of fun. So you got to watch him. No, you got to see where he goes.
Earlier, you know what I expect. Please give me a good, clean fight and protect yourself at all times.
You got to tell him, you know, meet me at the Ferris wheel in case we get lost. You know, like
we're going home by 6.
Yeah.
Mark Nelson's the referee, scheduled for 12 here with Sakulin and Bartholomew. See how much that size plays a role here.
And we see where it plays a role, too. That's a good point, Joe. Where does it play a role? On the outside or the inside, the size, and I think the superior strength of Bartholomew. No amateur fights for Sakulin. 20 professional Muay Thai fights in Thailand, where he had a losing record, by the way, 8-12. Tough guy. But any kind of advantage of experience Sakulin has in the pros, which he does. He's had 43 pro fights. That's the advantage to Bartholomew's 18 pro fights. But Bartholomew makes up for that in the amateur experience from the Cuban team. 220 amateur fights for Bartholomew. So you look at the pro record, you see Bartholomew's got a hill to climb. Well, no, he doesn't really have a hill to climb. Maybe Sakulin might have a hill to climb. Because really, literally and figuratively, to get in close, climb that hill, and to deal with all that experience I just mentioned in the amateur department of Bartholomew.
Seen 2 times in the last 30 seconds, Sakulin reaching up, lunging with left hooks. You see how far he extends that left elbow up to do so. There's another one as he lands a left hand against Bartholomew.
Well, he's doing what he said he would do. He's trying to get in and then trying to use his legs a little bit to keep Bartholomew off balance a little bit. 2 choices for Sakulin, I think. One is to counter and pot shot him a little on the outside and use his legs. Keep him off balance, little movement. Or he can work, as we talked about in the fight plan, by slipping and weaving to get in, like he is right now. And then he needs to do that, a little work when he gets in with the taller man. What he's trying to do when he gets inside is break some windows. What I mean by that, it's kind of like having a skyscraper in front of you, a tall building in Bartholomew. You get there and you try to break a few windows. There's plenty of them to crash if Bartholomew stands straight up.
This is a page in the Teddy Talk dictionary that is yet to be opened by the guys in the production truck, but break some windows, throwing punches to the body of a taller frame.
That's actually the wrong definition. Well, so you know. It's
obviously, you
body.
can edit the Teddy Talk dictionary at any point.
It's to actually put water in the basement. That's go to the body.
Bang the drum.
Breaking windows.
Body.
Body, right. But breaking windows, no.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper, upstairs. Little correction needs to be done, no problem.
They have erasers for the Teddy Talk dictionary. Don't you worry about it. End of 1 here in Minneapolis. Stay with us. Rancis Bartholomew and Fassi Sakulin. 5'11" is the Cuban. 5'3" is the fighter from Thailand.
See, it's great to be tall and long like Bartholomew. You have a chance to catch the shorter man on the way in. And if he stays out there, you can do that. Extend your punches and catch him out there. 2 ways you can do it. Bartholomew this round early on doing it both ways. Catch him coming, catch him standing in front. Because the shorter man has to take a risk. Joe, I've said it before. The shorter man, in this case, of course, Sakulin, has to go through a bad neighborhood to get to you. You know, he's got to cross some dangerous streets, and things can happen.
Like that downward right hand right there thrown by Bartholomew.
Exactly. And Bartholomew understands it. John David Jackson, a good trainer, former junior middleweight champ. I think he's got him understanding it. You keep him at the outside, you make him take chances, make him take risks, and you catch him on the way in before he gets close. Just catch him going through like that. He tried to catch him with the right hand going through that bad neighborhood. He caught him right there.
Reaching for his midsection. As you see John David Jackson saying, that's it. This thing should be over, and it is. Right there in round 2 in quick order. Rances Bartholomew, last time a controversial gift decision, many think, in South Florida. Tonight, easy to define, as Sakulin is still laid out.
Well, we talked about when there's space. Big advantage for the taller guy if he knows how to use that space. Guess what? Bartholomew knew how to use that space tonight. There's space. That means that the shorter Sakulin has to come in, go through a bad neighborhood. On the way in, things can happen. Things happen. Right hand to the midsection, right to the solar plexus. You know, it looks like nothing. It feels like a lot. Take another look here. Watch the right hand, right uppercut, right there to the solar plexus. Right in that middle hollow spot. You could take your finger now at home and you could feel it. You know the spot, that little right there, that spot right in the middle, little above your stomach, that little hole. You catch somebody there, there's no breath, there's no wind, there's no anything. There's just pain, desperation, and no fight anymore. And that's exactly where he caught him.
And as we've seen so many times with the perfect body shot, whether it's over on the liver or right there to the midsection, that one beat moment and then the realization by the hit fighter, and all of a sudden the collapse and the knockout and the cell phone for Rances Bartholomew. Already accepting congratulations as he was going after the #1 position in the IBF at 130 pounds. For the official particulars, we send it up to the ring to Dan Cole.
Fight fans, the bout comes to a quick end at 126 of the second round. The winner, and still undefeated, Rances Bartholomew.
19-0, 12 knockouts, and now claiming the #1 position in the IBF at junior lightweight. And we will hear from him when we return to Friday Night Fights. Stay with us. ESPN Friday Night Fights is presented by Corona Extra, proud sponsor of Friday Night Fights, and as always, encourages you to relax responsibly. And in part by Just for Men Touch of Gray for that perfect gray look. Hard-hitting night here in Minneapolis. Our co-feature ended in 6. Our main event ended in 2 as Rances Bartholomew stays perfect at 19-0, 12 knockouts, and he's standing by with Bernardo.
Thank you very much, Joe. Rances, you told us that you wanted to redeem yourself after the Arash Usmani fight, which opened the season here on Friday Night Fights. Do you feel you did that with this knockout? Nos comentaste que en la apertura de la temporada te dejó mal sabor de boca. ¿Sientes que te reivindicaste?
Sí, esa pelea me dejó con un sabor muy amargo. Entonces, de esa pelea aprendí muchas cosas. Saqué, miré los errores que estaba cometiendo. Entonces me dediqué a trabajar en ellos. Y poco a poco estoy puliendo los errores y cada día más mejorando en el gimnasio.
So that fight left me a lot of learning experiences, and I took those to the gym and worked on it. I polished up all the mistakes that I was making, and that's why you were able to see me look so dominant tonight. Cuéntanos acerca de cómo es que definiste este combate. I want to take a look at that punch that finished the fight. Walk us through it.
Bueno, el primer asalto fue un round de estudio. Él estaba buscando presionarme, obviamente, porque para cortar la ventaja, ¿no? Porque yo tengo los brazos más largos. Y entonces, cuando terminó el asalto, fui a la esquina y mi entrenador me dijeron que cuando él entrara, trabajara los uppercut. Y ahí lo agarré con un uppercut. Y ya le había tirado 2 o 3 uppercut, le habían entrado. Y sentí que fue mermando. Entonces, hasta que ya no aguantó, le tiré el último y ya no aguantó y se tiró al piso.
You know, the first round he came out trying to study me because of my length. I was able to use my length tonight in this fight. He was trying to get inside, And that's what I was trying to take advantage of. I had thrown a couple of uppercuts and I had landed, and I felt that when I landed them, he was feeling them. And so when I threw that one and it hit him in the body, it was flush and it finished this fight. Háblanos acerca del futuro. Es una pelea eliminatoria. Tienes ahora la posibilidad de ser campeón mundial. ¿Qué significa para ti? Coming into this fight, we knew it was a world title eliminator. What does it mean to you to be so close to a world title shot?
Ya de hecho estoy ansioso, ¿no? Creo que es un sueño y pensé cuando empecé mi carrera hace 3 años atrás que a lo mejor era muy difícil llegar a un título, a tener la oportunidad para pelear un título mundial, pero ya en el transcurso he visto que con esfuerzo, trabajo y dedicación ya se puede. Ya estoy aquí de retador mandatorio y ahora tengo que romperme los huesos en el gimnasio para tratar de arrebatarle la corona de campeón.
He said, you know what, when I first came here, they told me the possibility was there for me to earn a world title shot. That's what I got into this business for. That's what I left my country for. But I thought it'd be a lot more years in the making. Now the opportunity is near, and I've got to get into the gym, break my bones, break my back, do whatever I need to do, blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that when I get that opportunity, it happens for me. Feliz Día del Padre. Ahora en 4 días cumples años. ¿Qué más? ¿Cómo ha cambiado tu vida desde que llegaste a Estados Unidos? You know, you turned 28 in 4 days. You had a first Father's Day. How is life here in the U.S. for you?
No, he cambiado, mi vida ha cambiado radicalmente. Quiero darle las gracias a esta gran nación por darle la oportunidad, no solamente a los cubanos, a todos los latinoamericanos y a los emigrantes del mundo entero, y que en ese país siempre le abre las puertas. Y gracias a este país estoy ayudando a mi familia que está allá en Cuba. Y bueno, eso es un gran honor para mí, estar cumpliendo con ese deber.
That this country has given me everything, the opportunity not only to myself, to all Cuban immigrants,